It snuck up on us, quietly, almost silently. But it's here. The British and Irish Lions are back. And this time, it's under Andy Farrell's command. A new era, a new squad, a new tone. But something about this tour feels different. Maybe it's the timing. Maybe it's the lingering questions about the team's selections. Or maybe it's Argentina waiting in the shadows with a point to prove. Because while this may not be an official test match, for the Pumas, it's personal. And for the Lions, it's a trap they might not see coming. When the first Lions squad was revealed, all eyes turned to the veterans. Ty Furlong, named in the matchday squad, was a standout, not just because of his presence, but because of his absence in Leinster's URC final. Was he being preserved, protected, or was there an internal agreement that prioritized the Lions above club glory? Either way, he's here, and he's not alone. Then there's the center pairing, Bunde Aki and Sione Tuipulotu. Two players who aren't just powerful, they're terrifying. Together, they form a midfield wall that screams impact. This isn't finesse, this is force. But behind that raw muscle lies surprising distribution and strategic footwork. Farrell's choice here isn't just about strength, it's about reshaping the narrative of how modern power centers play. And when you zoom out, something becomes crystal clear. This team is built to dominate collisions, but there's a fine line between power and predictability, and the balance, for now, hangs delicately. Look a little closer and the tactical blueprint starts to take shape. In the back row, you've got three open-side style flankers, Tom Curry, Jack Morgan, and Ben Earl. That's not a coincidence. That's a decision. Speed over size, pressure over patience. This is a breakdown-hunting, chaos-inducing fastball unit, a unit meant to suffocate opponents at the source. And yet, there are gaps, notably in the kicking game. Marcus Smith, Alex Mitchell, and Finn Smith offer creativity. But outside of them, not much in the way of boots. No Elliot Daly in the starting lineup. No James Lowe-style launchers. It raises a question. Is Farrell going all in on a high-tempo, ball-in-hand philosophy? If so, it's bold. And in Test rugby, bold can either rewrite history or backfire catastrophically. Now let's talk about size, because this might just be the biggest backline the Lions have ever fielded. Duan van der Merwe, Tommy Freeman, Bunde Aki, Tuipulotu. Every one of them looks like they could play back row if they had to. The last time the Lions went to Australia, they had George North and Alex Cuthbert thundering down the flanks. This time, it might be even more brutal. But there's a catch. Massive backlines come with risk. Are they nimble enough? Are they flexible enough? Can they pivot when the game tightens? One-dimensional rugby gets exposed at the highest level, and Argentina has made a habit of exploiting the overconfident. Still, when it clicks, a juggernaut backline can blow the doors off any defense. The real question is, will it click in time? To understand Argentina's fire, you have to understand their wound. For decades, they've been left out of the Lions cycle, watched from the outside, ranked above teams like Australia, even beating New Zealand and South Africa at times, and still never truly invited to the party. This match may not be labeled a test, but to the Pumas, it's a chance to prove that exclusion was a mistake. And though they're missing key players, Chocobares, Kremer, Carreras, they're still hungry, still dangerous, still proud. Their motivation isn't in the headlines, it's in their bones. They're not playing to win a tour. They're playing to remind the world they belong on one. Dig into the benches, and the contrast is stark. The Lions' bench is loaded. Even with several stars unavailable, their depth looks terrifying. Argentina, on the other hand, are young, raw, unproven. Their replacements have talent, but not experience. That matters, and especially when the final 20 minutes arrive and muscle memory takes over. This is where tight games are won or lost. Argentina's coaches know this, and it's why every minute before that is a war for control. They can't afford to trail when the subs come on. They need to strike early, fast, and often. But in rugby, plans rarely go according to script. Let's be clear. This is more than just a warm-up match. It's the first step in defining Farrell's legacy as Lions coach. It's a pressure cooker moment for fringe players desperate to prove they belong. And it's a chance for Argentina to disrupt everything before the tour even begins. Lose this match and Farrell will feel the heat. Win without conviction and doubts will still linger. But win emphatically and the message is clear. This Lions squad isn't just here to compete. They're here to conquer. Argentina knows it. The Lions know it. And every collision on Friday will be fueled by that silent truth. It's here. The waiting is over. Andy Farrell's first Lions squad has stepped onto the battlefield. We've seen their strengths and we've seen their cracks. We know Argentina's missing players, but not their pride. And we know this match won't be remembered as just a warm-up, unless the Lions let it be. Because for Argentina, this is a once-in-a-generation chance. And for Farrell, it's the moment that starts everything. So buckle up. The Lions tour has begun, but the real roar, that starts Friday.